Imagine this. A submarine goes out on a mission during World War II and then vanishes without a trace. For decades, no one knows what happened to it. Then, in 2008, divers make a chilling discovery off the coast of Italy. A German submarine, perfectly preserved, with its crew still inside. How did it end up there? Why couldn't the crew escape? And what caused the submarine to sink in such a strange position? Today, we're diving into the mysterious story of U-455, a submarine frozen in time, a crew lost to the deep, and a mystery that still leaves us with more questions than answers. U-boats and the Type VIIC. First, let's talk about the type of submarine U-455 was. It was a Type VIIC U-boat, one of the most commonly used German submarines during World War II. These submarines were smaller than others, but fast and deadly. They had 5 torpedo tubes and were designed to attack enemy ships in groups, called wolf packs. At the start of the war, these submarines were very effective. But by 1943, things got much harder for them. The Allies had better technology, like sonar and air patrols, which made it easier to find and destroy U-boats. Many submarines were lost, and their crews never made it back home. U-455 was built in 1941 and went on 10 missions during the war. It sank 3 enemy ships and was commanded by 2 captains during its service. At first, it operated in the Atlantic, but later it was sent to the Mediterranean, where the Allies were trying to stop German supply lines. In February 1944, U-455 left for what would be its final mission. It was sent to patrol the waters near Italy, where Allied ships were active. But by April, all communication with the submarine stopped, and it was declared missing. No one knew what had happened. The last voyage and the unanswered questions. The spring of 1944 was a dangerous time for submarines. Allied ships and planes were constantly searching for U-boats, using depth charges and sonar to hunt them down. For U-455, there were no reports of a specific attack that could explain its disappearance. Some experts thought it might have hit a mine, been attacked by Allied ships, or suffered a mechanical failure. But without any wreckage to study, no one could say for sure. The mystery of U-455 became one of many unsolved stories from the war. Then, in 2008, a team of divers made an incredible discovery near Genoa, Italy. At a depth of about 120 meters, they found a German submarine lying at a steep angle, with its bow buried in the seabed. It was identified as U-455, based on its markings and location. The submarine's position was strange. It was tilted nose down, almost as if it had fallen straight to the bottom. The hatches were closed, and the hull was mostly intact, suggesting that whatever happened was sudden and catastrophic. What the wreck revealed. When divers examined the wreck, they noticed something shocking. The back part of the submarine was missing. This suggested that a powerful explosion had torn off the stern. Nearby, they found what looked like a naval mine, which could explain the damage. Inside the submarine, everything was eerily preserved. The equipment was still in place, and personal items were left untouched. The closed hatches showed that the crew never had a chance to escape. It was as if time had stopped the moment the submarine sank. To understand what happened, researchers looked at wartime records. Allied ships had been very active in the area, and some reported attacking submarines. But none of these reports could be directly linked to U-455. Survivors from other U-boats described how quickly things could go wrong. A single depth charge or a sudden flood could trap the crew with no time to react. This matched what the wreck of U-455 showed: a sudden disaster that left no chance for survival. Finding a submarine with its crew still inside raises important questions about how we treat such discoveries. Sunken warships are often considered war graves, and international rules say they should be left undisturbed. Divers and researchers document these sites carefully, but avoid taking anything or disturbing the wreck. The goal is to honor the memory of those who lost their lives and preserve the site as it is, a silent reminder of the past. The story of U-455 is fascinating because it combines mystery, tragedy, and history. Submarines are already mysterious. They disappear beneath the waves, and when they're lost, they often leave no trace. Finding one with its crew still inside makes the story even more powerful. It also reminds us of the dangers faced by those who served in submarines during the war. The cramped conditions, the constant risk of attack, and the advanced but risky technology all played a role in their stories. U-455 is more than just a wreck. It's a window into the lives and sacrifices of those who served. The story of U-455 is a mix of facts and unanswered questions. We know about its missions, its disappearance in 1944, and its discovery decades later. But the details of its final moments remain a mystery. Now, the wreck lies silently on the seabed, a reminder of the hidden stories of war and the sacrifices made by those who served. It's a story that invites us to remember, reflect, and respect the past. What do you think about this incredible discovery? Let us know in the comments below. And if you enjoyed this video, don't forget to like, share, and subscribe for more fascinating stories from history.